Oh no.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
serious face.
No more joy, only spookiness.
Yeah, get rid of that
Serious
joy and laughter.
No more.
We shut that down here in Onshire.
Not the place for it. Do we lose a kitty?
Anyone gets baned.
Oh, he's right down here.
Oh.
Okay.
And this
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I realized. Like, oh, right. We have to do something.
Are we on the internet?
We're on the internet now.
That's what they say.
Cool.
We're working
Welcome.
so hard.
You all right? I just realized that I also didn't write this down, so we're just shooting from the hip. Welcome. We are the casual ones. Welcome to anyone who is coming back from hopefully last week as well, and anyone who's been joining us for quite some time. This is Welcome to Onshire, and this is going to be a smaller sort of pseudo homebrew version or game in the D&D setting, Faerunish, and it's going to be a little bit creepy as we get into the spooky season. Trying to get us into that Halloween vibe as we go along. I will say that I definitely should have written this down. Because I completely forgot
we
about
do
it.
it live sometimes.
Right?
Got it.
But I will say welcome to our players. Right now we have Lesley as Yllara, the half-elf. We have Aaron as Morten, the human.
Hello.
Hello. We have Ray as Corax, the
Hey.
Kenku blood hunter. And we have Rebekah as Sophie, the let's say human right now, cleric.
Spoilers.
Secret.
Wow.
Human for now.
Human
Is she a were-human?
Yeah, maybe.
We don't know. Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, so this is our actually second episode of Welcome to Onshire. We've already joined the party as they've been walking along the King's Road, looking for a place to rest and hopefully get some food, and have come across Onshire, which seems to be a creepy town that almost just ominously just seems to be reaching at them at every moment. Everyone here is dour and sickened in some way, and upon entering the nearest pub, as D&D players are wont to do, they did run into another group with the young Sophie, who seems to be taking care of her infirmed party, which seems to be worse for wear. Upon talking with Sophie and the James, who's the owner, James, who's the owner of the kennel, the pub, they've learned that Onshire is beset upon by some evil entity, and have learned of several different areas within the town that are worth looking into, as this being will be coming in 4 days, I believe. And every time he does, he stops at these these locations and will destroy them, look at them. There seem to be places of note. So, upon spending a night in Onshire and all the creepy things that has been affecting, has had some effect on some of our players, we make our way to, not that the other players know that, so
I know,
just
true.
keep that for- right? Yeah. But we felt that the players felt that the bookshop, a burned down, what am I looking for? Shop.
Building.
Building seems to be one of the best options for trying to find some information about what's going on here at Onshire, considering it is one of the few buildings that doesn't seem to be coming back as normal. It seems to be burned down continuously as it comes back with Onshire. So we do join the party as they approach with the ominous shadow of the church behind them, walking towards the burnt husk of this building, the two side walls seemingly held aloft by the fallen crossbeams and the rest of the debris. This charcoal black smell just lingers in the air. No smoke, though, so it does seem to be burnt out. But with that, what would you all like to do?
Well, there doesn't seem to be a door.
Right.
Four walls.
Right.
Yeah.
I suppose we can just walk in.
Yes.
I'd like to just sort of take a look around. Like, are there any like visible tomes, any books that aren't completely destroyed visible?
From outside of the actual building, or like, are you just kind of looking in, or are you open to?
Well, how
going in?
about yeah, my understanding is that we were kind of looking at like a sort of shelled out casing of the building, and we were
Yes.
able to like just sort of like walk in kind of thing.
Yes.
But yeah, just kind of want to take stock and see if there's anything immediately available for Corax to look at.
Well, yeah, if you decide to enter, like, if you're going to be standing outside, it'll be different things that'll be visible to you. But if you're deciding to actually kind of broach the threshold as much as it is,
yeah, given that we're outside, I will sort of take it in and just see if like perhaps the structure is safe enough for us to enter first.
Yeah,
I'd say
like what's
give me-
standing of the rubble kind of thing.
yes, I'd say give me a perception, or if you're looking to kind of determine things, investigation.
I'll go with perception.
Can I also do such a thing?
You know what? Since you asked so nicely,
That'll be a 14.
14. All right.
10.
And all right. So Morten, I'm going to say from the outset, you can tell that nothing seems to be creaking. You don't see any movement, so you would say that it does seem safe, barring any actual stepping on the floorboards to double check. But from the outset, it does look safe to enter. Corax, you also kind of move a little bit closer, keen eyes, keeping an eye out for any sort of movement at all. You don't see any intact tomes. I will say, under some bits of rock, you do see what's left of the back cover. You do see some like shards, strips of paper about, but nothing seems to be really intact. There is open areas of floor, and near the back of the building, there is what looks to be, with a 14, you can see that there is a pile of debris that looks to be, not super, looks to have been moved at some point.
Okay.
I think while these guys are kind of checking out the outside of the building, I think now that I'm awake a little bit and I've had my coffee, I'm gonna just sort of turn my back toward them, turn away from them, and maybe roll up my sleeve and peel my glove back to kind of have a look at my current situation.
Certainly, yeah. As you turn around and lift up the glove, you do see, doesn't seem to be spreading, but it does. There are definitely black veins that run down your arm, within seemingly following the veins that you do have. It's not no new,
Not like
nothing
a
new
mark.
has happened. Yeah, you don't see it like currently, like definitely. But
Okay.
still disconcerting.
Yeah, I think I'm probably a little bit more weirded out by it than I was initially. Is this something that maybe I could have seen before or heard about, some sort of like medical or magical ailment, read about in a book or seen in my travels or something like that?
I would say give me either an Arcana check or a History check, depending on what vibe you're kind of.
Yeah, we'll go Arcana for that.
I'm gonna just start ruffling with my hands through the ash and see if there's anything underneath any of it. Just getting a feel for it.
That's a 21.
21. As you hear sort of movement in the background as the party kind of moves a little bit closer to the building. 21. This, for something that has happened so quickly, odds are it's probably not something. It's not a poison. It's not some sort of medical impact. And with a 21, this definitely pings to you as curse, some sort of like but interestingly, again, you would say that, you know, if someone were, you'd say that this probably isn't from an individual, considering a curse from someone is usually very pointed and has a very specific trying to stop you or hurt the other being. This just seems to be an awful element that you've heard of this before. You've heard of curses before. This seems to be some sort of like not from somebody else.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. So that's a bit unsettling, but I think I'll, pull my sleeve back over my glove and follow these guys inside and kind of keep it on the low still.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll go along with Morten and kind of kick through some debris and see what we can find in here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely working into the structure's perimeter, if there's any structure left. I don't know. There's no like roof,
Yes.
right? I don't remember if you said, but like there's nothing above us. Just like we know that there was a square here once, and now it's very aflame.
Exactly. Yes, there was. You can see a roof, but it is in the back corner of
crumbled.
Yeah, it is crumbled, and you can see sort of the clay toppers that were at one point up, but are no longer. I will say that. I mean, since you're all doing this, anyone who wants to can give me an investigation check as you're kind of looking around and poking at things.
Corax, get your feathers in here. We won't notice any of the ash on you anyway.
That's rude, but true. I've got an 11.
11.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay.
Except
I got a 20.
Ooh.
We're
All
making
right.
up for last session.
yeah, really.
Easier to find anything to think about other than what's potentially happening to you. But say Corax and Sophie are, I think, maybe still focusing on trying to find books, looking through, picking up anything that could be useful, but everything you pick up seems to be just falling apart. Morten, you notice the spot that Corax had kind of pointed out in the back. You look and see that the debris has actually been can be moved, and you do see a line in the ground that separates the floor from what looks to be potentially a trapdoor.
Like moving the ash, I can see that there's like something there.
Yeah, you can definitely see you can see sort of the right side of a trapdoor.
Okay, yeah, I just start tracing the line, like uncovering it, maybe gesture at everyone. Maybe I found something, and just like get all the ash off, find the all the edges.
I would say there is like debris on the. So you're looking at the right side. There's debris on the left side, so you can like
just start pushing the rope. Yeah, maybe just use the legs just in case this is like an actual trap door and not just a door.
Yeah, as Morten points that out, I sort of like step to the side and behind him and just sort of have the hammer out and ready.
Awesome. Yllara, you see this happening, and as Corax is walking forward, you put your hand out and hold his chest. As he's just about to step in, looks like a thin wire loop on the ground, almost like a little noose lying on the ground. And you point it out, and then you see another one about 6 feet off, and then another one. They all seem to be these little, tiny, these little loops hidden throughout the building, more or less. And you notice as the loop runs along the floorboard and then drops down underneath.
Okay, so just like not foot size, but like a tiny, like coin-sized loop.
Yeah.
Are they all attached to each other, or I just see them going through the floor?
You just see them going through the floor. They don't appear to be attached to each other. You do see they have a bit of a mechanism to catch, but
Like a slip knot, kinda.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I put my hand out, stop Corax from moving, and I'll just gesture downwards. So he kind of takes notice, and then I'll say, hey, Mort, Sophie, are you guys seeing these things?
And just look around like mid kick for all the debris. I guess.
Yeah. Do these appear to be some sort of snare, like some sort of hunting snare?
You would definitely say so. With your experience, this looks to be some sort of tiny. It's again, you don't really see where they lead to, but it definitely looks like some type of snare.
They're so small. Why would someone be hunting something so small?
Looks like they're trying to catch cats or some other small creature. And I look over at Hop. I'm like, stay up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually very vital information. Where is Hup at the moment?
He's on my shoulder.
Okay, not
he
in
kinda
this dangerous ash, but must be
It cuddles into Ylara's hood a bit.
I think, like, upon noticing all these little creepy snare nooses for little people, I want to use Divine Sense, maybe? Just getting the heebie-jeebies.
Sounds good. Can you remind me what that does again?
So it can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell. Additionally, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover. And so kind of as I'm casting this, I'm looking at everyone, and should we open this door?
Grip the hammer a little tighter. Just give you a nod.
And I try and lift it. Kind of like as I'm casting in a motion, because I don't want it to run out before we get down there or see what's happens.
Yeah, so you reach and grab, pulling there's this little metal brass tab that you rip open the trapdoor, and just as you reach out, and you get a faint feeling of from two sources in front of you.
Okay.
But weirdly, it wouldn't register. It's a strange feeling, because this is usually like bam, bam. But you get this undead sense in front of you from Sophie and Yllara.
Oh, not from beneath the trap door. That's very interesting.
It's very interesting. But again, it's not like a 100%. It's just this
Just a
kind of like
little blur.
Like ooh, that's a weird reverb. And you've cast this before with Yllara around.
Yes, this is very new. I think I Corax first. And then looking at him, just look to Yllara. Yllara,
Yeah.
is everything all right? I'm getting a weird sense.
What kind of sense?
You know the one thing me and my religion are for lack of a better word, on a crusade against, well, you've seen in the past how we've treated things of the undead nature, and I am getting that from you, son.
From me.
Yes.
What are you saying, Morten?
I'm not dead.
You were? I don't understand it. No, I'm just getting. I'm being told magical forces. You know, you are undead. You're coming back to me as undead, and I don't. This is new. And Sophie, you as well.
I am sorry. What?
And I
I
kind
think
of step away from Sophie a little bit.
This is a grave charge, Morten.
Telepathically, I think I'm gonna kind of reach out to Aaron, and say, you know, I think I might have some information, but I'd like to hear what Sophie has to say first.
Can I mentally nod back to her? I know it's communication, but I don't know. Just like, okay.
No.
Yeah, I just kind of looked to Sophie.
I do not know what you're speaking of. I did tell you my theory of my companions, that I believe they might be ready to pass on. I have been here for quite some time. I do not know if that means that I also am a part of that group. I feel alive. And I'll just like do a little pinch on myself. That did not really hurt, but I did feel something.
I kind of eye Sophie, and I'm not sure what she's wearing, but kind of try to look at any exposed skin to see if maybe she has similar markings on her veins.
Give a perception check.
Sure.
And Sophie, what are you, like long sleeves?
Yeah, she's wearing like a leather Wednesday Addams style dress with probably like black stockings, but I would imagine like all of her neck and face and everything is visible, and hands and whatnot.
21.
Oh my lord. Yeah, it makes sense. You know what you're looking for, but you don't see any sort of black marks on her. Nothing seems to be there. She doesn't seem to be hiding anything either. From what you can tell, she's dressed the same way. There's no extra coverage that she's maintained.
Okay.
Seems to be fine. Pale.
Okay.
Well, I will say this is unusual. There are not a ton of undead sources that are seeming so lively, and I know you, Yllara. Someone were impersonating you, I think, I would hope we would be able to tell. Especially you, Corax. You maybe have a keener memory or eye than I.
I'm concerned that perhaps this is a residual effect of this place and the curse that this seems to be under. Perhaps it was a false positive. Regardless, we should very much be on our guard and ensure that we have proper light sources as we travel down there.
Yeah, maybe Yllara, Sophie, maybe take the lead. I just want to keep you in view to ensure this doesn't get worse.
I am not going to allow them to engage it themselves first.
Yeah, if you
Morten,
want to go,
I will go first.
You first, then them. I'll be at the back. Okay.
You take rear guard.
If we.
Is your group able to see without the aid of light?
No.
Do
I
any of
do
us
have
have
a
dark
torch.
vision? Yeah, do we?
I
have
do.
You have dark vision?
I can assist, please, your hands.
I offer my
If you are
hand.
comfortable.
Let Corax get involved.
I can only do this once.
Ooh, that's cool.
So you are going to miss out if you not. All right.
I kind of eye Sophie suspiciously and ask her if I need to take my gloves off. Or do I need to take my gloves off for this?
No, you are fine. I can.
Okay, so
Just
I'll
your
reach out my
hand, fine.
hand and grab hers.
Morten, are you sure?
We'll play it safe for now.
All right. And I will give them what's it called? Eyes of Night. 300-foot dark vision
Ooh.
for the next hour.
Also, I find it odd that Yllara is concerned about her gloves.
I'm sure you have beautiful hands.
Thanks. Yeah, I just they're really hard to get back on. And it's just they're super tight. And the leather, you know,
It is dusty down here.
A lot
chafes.
of ash, yeah.
You do see Hup sort of takes a more defensive stance.
Yes. Do we want to go down there? Maybe something survived as far as if there are any books or anything to learn.
Agreed.
Seems that way.
Maybe we could see where these little hooks go.
And I look back and forth, and I just hop down.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Do we even see stairs leading down or anything, or is this full on like a drop?
There's a wooden staircase.
Okay.
That you as Corax, immediately as you leap in, you're assaulted by the smell of rancid meat and filth. Like it's just like whoa, overwhelming. And looking around with this new incredible hunter's vision, it's a stone basement with, from what you can see, 3 large bookcases set one after the other down the center of the building, or the center of the room. And the smell seems to be coming from further off, but it does permeate the whole place.
And sorry, you did say this was the smell of of organic rot?
Yes.
Okay.
People mess, we'll say.
Okay, I've spent a lot of time in and around the smell of dead things. Does this? You said this is mess. Like, are we talking caca, or are we talking like the scent of a corpse?
I would say both. Both.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah, the best
Yeah.
potpourri
Love
there
that.
is.
Yeah.
I look back up the stairway.
Follow after him.
And you each get this, and as soon as you begin descending into the murky darkness, you just feel, not only is it sort of that damp, gross basement feel, but it just feels like this is now all over you. It's just this really repugnant smell.
Bring the robes up over the face right away.
So I motion to Morten, like, you're with me, and I motion to the 2 girls, like, you go around and down. Like, trying to silently communicate that in case that wasn't clear.
Yeah. Navy SEAL team and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take out the flail because this is already unsettling. I'll follow Corax because I can't see shit.
Now, does this strike me as similarly to like a nest of undead that I've come across before? Like, does this have the hallmark of like a white pit or anything like that?
From your so just to kind of paint the picture a little bit more, you're coming down at the back end of this room as you've sort of traversed the building, and you're looking from the back to the front of the room. You can see ahead of you these 3 large bookcases. And from what you can see, there's also a small table in the far corner up near the front of the room that has a worn and musty tablecloth. So although you would say that there's a surprising lack of violence or destroyed items, like everything seems to be very, I mean, again, undead aren't necessarily focused, certain undead aren't necessarily focused on reading, but also if things get in their way, they are wont to move it or get it out of their way. This seems to be everything seems to be in place here, so I'd say no.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so just with that in mind, motion for us to like slowly move forward, carrying the hammer in front of me.
Excellent.
I'll follow, but I'm definitely distracted by the books and scanning the shelves quickly to see if there's any languages I understand or something that might be useful.
Ooh.
I'll look up also at the ceiling or roof. Are we directly underneath the rubble?
It seems to be. Yeah, I'll actually get you to give me an investigation check as well.
Another 21, come on.
Yeah.
20.
You see nothing. You see nothing, okay? Cheapers, you get nothing.
We found the other luck vampire in our crew.
Yeah, really. Damn.
Just balances out.
Yeah.
So with a 20, you haven't made it too far, but you're looking at the first bookshelf and kind of getting a glimpse of the second one in front of you. And looking over, you notice there's quite a few books here of different things. There's herbology, anything. It seems to be from a very wide range of things, like draconology, even just farming, like almanacs aspects. So like this does seem to be, for a smallish town, it's pretty well stocked. I will say that as you are looking over, a lot of them are in languages that you know, and then anything that you start brushing over, you're like, oh, you don't know that language. You just see it sort of magically like shift to something that you understand completely. None of these books seem to be untowards at the moment, but they just seem to be a good collection of a variety of subjects. I will also say that with such a great investigation, you do notice that parts of the shelves are empty in just sort of like a column. Like there's missing books that just reach from the bottom to the top shelf. And looking up, you can see a little wire hanging down at each one of these points.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll definitely silently to Ray say, hold up a sec. You guys should come have a look at this, and I'll point for the others not listening to the wires silently. I'm like, remember these little things upstairs?
Yeah. I want to can we touch it? Is it like piano wire kind of thing?
It is up, so you would have to kind of Corax might be able to kind of stretch and reach it, but most anyone would have to kind of maybe step on the bookshelf a bit to grab them.
Sorry, so I just want to make sure that I understand that there's missing books in the shelf, and that's where these loops are hanging from, or hanging towards.
Yes.
Just looking at them don't touch.
I could scramble up, no? Okay, no.
Possible trap. Let's clear the air. Just move forward. I want to ensure that there is no immediate danger to us before we start fiddling with things.
Well, I will get everyone to make a stealth check if they're being stealthy, and if not, let me know.
Hey,
Yeah.
just want to point out, this is the first campaign where I don't have disadvantage on stealth.
Ooh,
This is
all
the
right.
first campaign that I do.
Yeah,
I always
I
put
also
them in
do.
leather armor just in case.
And I still roll an 8.
I'm definitely like haunted house style, like one hand on Corax's back, since I don't really have a lot to see with. 3 feels good. Disadvantage, let's make it better. And 4.
Yeah.
So which of those? Yeah, 3.
Cool.
You know what I
It's a
should have done? Should have given
Mm,
myself advantage on that. Bloody hell.
I somehow got 2 18s.
Ooh. And how'd you do, Yllara?
12.
12. All right. Walking forward, Corax, I think you head on the swivel. You take Morten a little too close to one of the bookshelves, and your armor does hit against one of the bookshelves, kind of making a clang, and you just hear up ahead a shuffle.
Hmm.
I will
Not 3, sorry.
immediately give Hup a little scritch on the head and silently to him ask him to go on up ahead,
Ooh.
where he will leap off of my shoulder, transform into a bat, and fly, I believe, 40 feet ahead at least.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, and he can see 120 feet beyond that. So I guess.
Oh, that makes sense. So you basically, this toad just right to the other end of the room, and immediately perches. This isn't a very long room. It's about 50 feet long, and perches, and you see he just kind of stops and wait. Do you have your telekinetic thing up with him?
Yeah.
You hear man waiting. He's oh, sorry. Yeah, there's a guy here.
A guy? Like
He's just waiting.
A human
Like
man?
he looks like a human. He's kind of gross and spindly, but yeah, he's just looking.
Looking at, like, in our direction?
Yeah.
Is he, like, sitting? Standing? Is he...
Oh no, he's standing.
Okay.
He's just he's creeping a little bit closer to see you.
I don't like it.
Does he have any weapons?
Ooh. You give me a perception check for that.
Oh, man, real dice.
Quickly, because Hup has to get back to New York. So
Nice what we do in the shadows call out there.
Yeah.
Bat?
Bat? Human?
That's a 13.
13.
Mhm.
I mean, he's not wearing much, so I don't see where he'd hide it, but it doesn't seem to be holding anything.
Alright. I'll give that information out to Morten and Corax and tell them to come on back.
Yeah, and you hear like again another sort of shuffle.
All right. With that information, like knowing that we have the advantage, numbers wise, I feel like now's the time to press that and just like let's split up, and like I just begin to move forward.
Ooh.
Like weapon drawn. Just call out. Are you there? Identify yourself.
Are you demons? More demons come to tear me out at the root. And you see this, like, long fingers just sort of creep around the edge of a bookshelf, and just the top bit of these huge saucer-like eyes just. I see you.
And I you. No demons here.
No, we were not demons.
I do not think we are. Are you?
You're not part of the story. And you see, he basically, like, as he pulls out from behind, and it's just this emaciated, filthy-looking human with large saucer-like eyes. And Corax, you see this being sort of front and center. His eyes are always just sort of darting all the time. He doesn't seem to be looking directly at you, but he's always just sort of. And he pulls this chair from off to the side and kind of puts it in front of him, and just kind of like stands there with it.
I sort of like let the weapon down from the two-hand grip into a relaxed grip. Like, no harm meant, friend. I'm Corax.
Corax. Okay. Who are the others?
I grip my flail real hard.
Oh yeah, you see none of this.
Yeah. I'm just like still like holding at the back of Corax's clothes a bit. Just holding real tight. I'm Morten. Who are you? What are you?
I'm a storyteller, really.
I'm gonna slap another divine sense
Connor?
as well as he says
Ooh.
that. You said Connor?
Honor.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send it another little check. And to clarify again, I don't know what the hallowed spell is. It does like to mention that one a lot. I don't think that's too
Yes.
relevant. But
This is not a hallowed place.
yeah, I don't think that's important. But yeah, if it's the undead fae or it's disappeared from my character sheet, so it's gone now. But I think it may have something else.
Yeah. You get this. You get nothing back, which is interesting considering the fact that it should also be. I think you can also tell evil and good.
Yeah.
There's no sense from this guy, but you can tell that it is not fey, demonic, or undead.
Okay. I just whisper that to Corax at least. He doesn't seem to be undead at least.
I'll poke my little head around them. Hello, Mr. Connor.
Yes.
I am Sophie.
Sophie, you are becoming part of the story.
Is that a good thing?
Not in this one, I'm afraid.
Of course it is not.
That's like
Are you a writer?
No, I'm more reading. He kind of like points out to the books.
have a protective hand, sort of like in front of Sophie. Like, what are you doing down here, Connor?
I'm being safe. He tries to come for me, you see, but I tricked him. I burned down my own shop, I did.
Is this the one they have called Houdain?
It's the one they call Houdain. Now.
And you think they'll come again?
He always comes.
Did you get in a fight? Is that why he does not like you? Comes for you?
I know too much. And he doesn't like when people know about him.
All demons do fear knowledge.
It's true. What do you know? What can we? Is there another place maybe with maybe not the smell, and maybe better.
He definitely backs up and shifts like quickly and puts the table, that old table, in front of him. You might not be demons, but you're tricksy.
I move forward cautiously, like with a hand out. We assure you, Mr. Connor, that we mean you no harm. It seems that Onshire is the victim of a cycle of violence and death, and we seek to fix that.
Ooh, heroes.
Not call myself anything of the like. Just someone who wants to make a difference.
I like that.
Is there anything you can offer us to assist us in this endeavor? Any information? You said this, Dane fears you for the knowledge you have. Perhaps he can have him fear us as well.
Yes. You see him, his eyes kind of stop moving around for a second, just kind of inward. Perhaps we could do an exchange, but you'll forgive me if I'm not exactly forthcoming immediately. I will. I have tricks. I know things. There is a sword. He hates that sword. If you can find it, bring it to the church, I think it will be exceptionally useful. Plus, if you can touch that sword, I might have more information for you.
Why would touching the sword be dangerous?
It's a holy weapon. It was from a hero of ours.
Why do you use the quotes? Was he not a good hero?
He left.
When did he leave?
Before.
This sword, Connor, where does it lay?
Ooh, everywhere. Bits and pieces everywhere.
I was
The
afraid of
sword's
that.
broken.
Not down here, I hope? No pieces down here?
You can go sift if you want, but no. Afraid not.
Let's see.
Mr. Connor, the others I have met in town, they have been got by him. As you are very tricksy. Is he never got you before?
No. He tried. I saw him try. He came. But I burned down my place. Is he going to walk through fire to get me? He probably thinks I'm dead. But he keeps coming back.
Hid from him.
Yes, I stay here with my books.
Yeah. Why the hooks? They're too small.
Oh no. Books.
No, but why?
Books.
But why the hooks?
Oh, for eating. Watch. I mean, let's say a delicious little animal comes. Right?
Oh, it is for little cats and rats. Okay.
And you see him run towards one of the bookshelves and just clamber up the bookshelf where the books are missing, and just yanks one of the
ladder stuff
things down.
Most
just kind of-
unsettling. I just hear that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Which
no.
is terrible.
You hear him move very quickly somewhere.
You definitely feel Corax's armor pinch. Sorry, Yllara.
Oh, it's okay. I'll just kind of grab Hup back in his toad form and tuck him inside my jacket.
I'm gonna move back towards the steps a bit. Well, anyone have any more questions, or should we not be in here anymore?
It's Connor. The sword seems like a good step in the direction, but you indicated that this would be an exchange. What do you require of me, or of us, for this information?
I think he just wants us to get the sword, right?
And prove that you are not with him, I can help you. Would be nice to not come back, I think.
You sound tired.
Turn on the charm a little bit and just say to Connor, this is a really wonderful collection that you have of books. It must have taken you a time to collect all of this. I'm a big knowledge seeker myself, and I've seen many collections before. This is certainly one of the best I've seen.
Ooh, fellow. Right. Yes. Anything that you're particularly interested in?
I'm just wondering if there's anything else that you think maybe could help us. How could you maybe help us without the sword?
Give me a persuasion check.
Here we go. Keep those 20s coming.
do not ace this.
Oh. With a +5, that's a 10.
Ooh, okay.
Coming a true casual one there now. There you go.
There we go. Let's shake all these 20s off. Eh?
Yeah, got him out of the way.
It's supposed to be mystery here. But you see he's like, one second. You all stay.
Great.
And he just kind of like watches you and goes, kind of reaching through, comes back, and he has this book that he hands to you, Yllara. And you can see it's in common, and you see what's the best way to describe this? It's a I'm blanking.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to think of the word. It's basically like the annual crop.
An
Oh, an
almanac?
almanac.
Well,
Yeah.
sort of. It's but it's basically the crop output from a
Like an inventory
specific-
almost. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, actually, but it's basically this. It looks to be just sort of a sort of like a keeping track
The
of
ledger.
ledger. Thank you. That's the word. It's a ledger from,
there
and
you
you
go.
see at the top it says Elric Farm.
He's handing the book to me.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take that from. Thank you very much. How exactly is a crop ledger supposed to help us?
Cheeky Connor.
One wonders. Come back with the sword, and I will tell you.
That sounds great. I'm already stepping back to the stairs completely, like 1 foot up on it. We
Watch
good?
your step.
Yep, we good to go.
I like nod at each of you, and I turn back to Connor. Stay down here. Stay safe. We will return.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm not even aware of who I'm speaking to right now.
Excellent.
I imagine a bird wink probably just looks like a bird, like winking. But
Yeah, you can only see
Yeah.
one half of the head at a time, so
Really fast.
blink and a wink are the same.
Just very exaggerated.
you have my word, Connor.
What?
Yeah, just
As we're leaving, I'm just gonna take like whatever little pocket food Sophie might have, like a little ration or piece of bread or something, and just like not go up to him, but like go halfway up to him, just like place it on the floor in front of him, and back up.
Okay, time to go. Run out.
yeah. I make sure that everybody is past me, and I'm the last one to leave.
Excellent.
Well, no, I was gonna hang back for a sec.
Ooh.
Well, in that
Okay.
case,
If I
I'll
may.
definitely keep
Yeah, I'll hang back and turn to Connor. Thank you so much. You've been so helpful. One last thing, and as I'm saying this, I pull my backpack around the front and I pull a book out and I ask him, "Do you recognize this language at all? Can you tell me anything about it?"
He kind of reaches forward. AI?
Reluctantly, I pass it to him.
And he's very delicate. It's interesting. He actually wipes off his hands and just kind of like grabs it with his two fingers. That is strange. I do not speak Celestial.
I just smile and take the book back and say, "Oh, thank you so much." And as I do, I'll reach out to put my hand on his shoulder and kind of pull my sleeve up a little bit past the edge of my glove, a very tiny bit.
He does definitely back away a bit, and he sees your the black veins. Like, I told you, becoming part of the story. Careful.
And I just nod and kind of back away and then pick up my pace and head back up with everybody.
Celestial.
And I shove the book back in my bag and put it back on before I come up.
Just out there breathing in fresher air.
Yeah.
like hands on the knees, like
Yeah, that was unsettling. He wasn't undead though. I didn't get anything back from him. I don't know what he was.
I think it would have been better if you had have been able to see. Then again, perhaps not.
Maybe I wanted to dream easier tonight. I don't
It
know.
is a very emaciated and very dirty old man.
Like an okay guy otherwise, minus the whole critter eating.
Seems like this place is going to have that kind of effect on people. But remember, from here on out, we saw nothing, saw no one.
Right. Except for we do know about a sword now,
We do.
or
We-
pieces of.
Suppose we could have asked if the sword has a name.
Right. Or anything about where those pieces may be, but
He did say around,
around.
so
Yes, that was it.
perhaps we will come across these. It seems as though this is something that has been shattered as part of this curse. If I had to hazard a guess.
Well,
Should we start maybe
yeah.
with the farm? And I hold up the ledger book.
Did he give
Yes.
you? Well, is there anything useful in it? We can head that way. Maybe we'll flip through it as we go to the farm, and then maybe come back later towards. There's the dorms and the church, and maybe somewhere else we could check later. But lots of day left. Or Rowan, you said the day light hasn't really changed, right?
Yeah, it's still, I mean, because you're fairly early on in the day,
Mm-hmm.
but you see it's a little bit brighter, but it's basically twilight.
Yeah.
Like, you can see around, but it's definitely still shadowy and off-putting.
A lot of
I might
gray
say.
left then.
A lot of gray left. Very well, we should get a move on then.
Yeah. And can we flip through the ledger while we're like a walk and read?
Certainly, yeah.
Is that useful?
I think you make your way from the central square to sort of off to the right. Again, alongside the mountain, there looks to be a path that kind of weaves into the trees and running along the sheer face of the mountain side. I will say, because I've written it, you make your way from the central square of Onshire up the long dirt path that rises and curves along the mountain. Dense forests follow along your left, while the imposing stony face of the mountain looms to your right. There are a few small cottages along the way, but you see that it gets like more and more sparse. It's just sort of tree line and mountain. Large, dark crows eye you from the tops of the trees.
Cousin.
But yeah, if you want to, as you're walking along here, anyone who's going through, you'd like to let me know what you're looking for, or if you just want to do sort of a general investigation check to see what you can.
Sure. So I am actually like head on a swivel, checking for any signs of wildlife, predatory or otherwise. Just want to sort of get the idea of whether or not there is any natural life that still exists within the space of Onshire.
Oh, yeah, give me a perception check.
Sure. 20.
20. There it is. Walking along, the forest is eerily still. You do notice those birds do seem to kind of follow you along in as much as birds do, and they are sort of interested in you, but then will flutter off.
I actually, as that happens,
Yes.
what I do is I take several silver coins out of my pocket that are shiny, and I leave them on a rock for the crows.
Awesome. I like that.
Building an army, I like it.
You, with a 20, I will also say that you, as you're looking into the forest and walking along, you do see this pervasive mist that, say, about 20 feet into the actual dense brush as it gets more dense with trees, moving away from the mountainside. And every once in a while, you see sort of like dark shapes. Nothing that seems to be harrying you or following you, but you do see just this dark movement in the trees.
All of you stick to the path. There is movement within the forest. This place is already dangerous. Don't wander off.
Good advice. And I guess we're flipping through the book. Is there anything that we can point out at that?
Gleam. Yeah. If someone wants to give me an investigation check, and if someone, depending on who's doing it, someone can give them the help action.
Yeah,
and point out things.
I think I'm more helping Yllara.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Give me an investigation check at advantage. We roll 2 dice and take the higher one.
Yay.
I'm just walking next to Corax, like doing that thing that kids do, of like, and then I met Ford, and then I try, and I just talking about nonsense while he's trying to pay attention.
Nodding patiently.
Good rolls.
That's a 12.
12.
It's just a ledger. I don't know.
Yeah, so it does seem to be it is mainly wheat, you can see, and you with the 12 going through, it's a lot of just sort of numbers. Nothing really jumps out at you too intensely, but you do notice that about you're flipping through about 6 years into this, there does seem to be more yield for the following years, and there is note here that you do see a little pencil sort of written in, assistance. You see plus son, S-O-N, will need more carts. And then just sort of following from there, it's the yield is now more. They seem to be producing more wheat to come through.
Sorry, is that producing more now than they were 6 years ago, or
than they were for that 6-year period?
Okay.
They seem to be doing more or having more going out.
Looks like it wasn't all bad here. Things got better at one point before they got worse, I guess.
It is always the way. I
place.
say that as I tap the sack on my hip.
What's this farm called again? Elric farm?
Elric, yeah. Yllara, you do feel like pressure on your neck every once in a while when Morten leans a little too close in. This pup just kind of trying to push you out of the way.
It's okay, buddy.
Leaning in on the book and then notice him every once in a while.
Yeah. Just this weirdly intense look from a toad.
Yeah. Pretend to go to give him a scratch. All right. Well, it just yields. I don't know. Nothing important. I'll just step back, give him an eye, and watch the dark in the trees, I guess. Do we see anything as we're walking? Do we see an actual farm, or is it just nothing on the path?
It takes you a surprisingly long time. It's about five full minutes of just marching up this path, and you see the road sort of crests ahead of you and levels out to this plateau, and it's this weirdly this ledge along the side of the mountain. So it's this weirdly beautiful yet eerie again look as these long barren fields laying before you with these sort of sporadic clumps of scrub brush. But looking beyond, you can see out into again, it's almost like that effect you get when it's raining a bit or drizzling. You can't really see too far away. There is no rain, but you can't really see beyond too far. But you can imagine this would be a pretty incredible view. But ahead of you, a lone weathered barn sits to the right, sort of breaking this view of open nothingness. And to the left, again, another charred building with these blackened struts. It looks almost like this, reminiscent of this long desiccated creature. It just almost looks like ribs, just kind of pointing out. Yeah. As the trees sort of to the left kind of give way, as this ledge kind of opens before you.
Now, is that the barn only that we are seeing that is burnt down? Is there a farm home or a farmhouse close by?
So the barn looks to be okay. The farmhouse looks to be the one that perhaps got torched.
Oh. But I thought these began to be destroyed in 4 days. I guess.
Perhaps this was burnt down prior as well.
Yeah. Or maybe there's something. We should have talked to Connor more, now that I'm realizing. I wish he came into the light instead, but what if he can burn down his own home? Does he have to burn it down again? We should have known this.
Well, that is a good question. I do know that, but I know that if let's say if the bar gets damaged, would it be fine the next after? know if I would know that.
I don't think you would know that.
And how does the barn? The barn looks fine, right? Like, does it look really old or?
Yeah, it looks like weathered but relatively untouched. Is gray wood, large like doors sort of hanging slightly ajar in the front, ones on the side closed, which would at one point would have allowed animals in and out of the fields.
Yes, I do. We could look here and go back to him. I'm sure we could bring him something that might make him more talkative.
Yeah, maybe we should explore this area, look through the rubble again, look for hooks. Maybe there's a pattern with this. Maybe many people are burning things down, feeding themselves on rats and cats.
And Sophie, have you come this way before?
I can't. This is where the group came before, right? Would I really remember that?
Give me a wisdom save. Wisdom save.
I have advantage on that.
Ah.
Also, our internet is chugging.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh, really good. 25.
Ooh, all right. This being here does seem to clear away a bit of the fog in your mind, and it does look familiar. The burnt building, the sagging farmhouse. Yeah.
Yes, I believe we did come here before. Possibly danger, but I do not remember where we encountered the danger, but the road is familiar.
You definitely do get a pang of like fear.
I would, as we should always be on our guard, but I do agree we should check the place out.
Yeah, maybe we spread out, look around a little, not too far from one another, but
Let's keep each other in eyesight at all times, and no entering a building without someone else with you.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go poke open the door.
Ooh. All right. So,
Yeah.
So walking forward, you do see that the door is ajar. And just sort of...
It's not wood then?
Doors can't be charred.
Yeah, stupid joke, sorry.
Oh,
There we go. We got
12 psychic damage. All right.
On the GM, yeah.
Yeah, and I just push it open, but I don't go in there, just like what happens?
So, yeah, you see, again, sort of a musty smell of sort of old hay reaches out to you. There's you can see immediately to your left, just sort of old farm implements just sort of lining the left wall. You got rakes, scythes, shovels, and like a large plow kind of sitting there. And along the walls, you do see these little sort of half wall elements, which would your best guess would be probably where animals would be kept. They seem to be little pens. A large plow, chains hanging lazily from the ceiling, where the barn does give way to these animal pens, and sad, sagging bales laying at the far end of the barn, just sort of slumped together. You do also note that there is a top area as well with a wooden steps that come up to a sort of a catwalk element.
I kind of gesture to the others, just, you guys want to go inside, take a look around, or do we want to look through the rubble again?
I think we should check all areas. This does seem like it could be a good hiding place for a broken sword
Bits
or
of sword.
yes,
So inside first.
Inside.
yes, I say so.
I'm just gonna like
Nice.
shield up. I'm gonna take front on this one, assuming we can see inside this time. I'll
It is, yeah. It's not. It is a sort of an old barn, so there are splits in the wood and not super dark. There doesn't appear to be any light in here, but or like firelight. Can I get everyone's passive perception?
no, not high.
16.
12.
15.
What does that mean?
Oh, so if you see on the left side of your sheet,
Oh, I see. I
you
see.
can senses.
12.
12. Awesome.
Yeah, we're crushing.
So, as what is the turn order? Or sorry, the marching order here?
Definitely, I'm first. I don't know who would follow.
I'm going to take rear guard on this one.
I'll follow Morten.
All right. So, Sophie, upon entering with Morten and Corax, you hear this as well. There's just this faint crying sound coming from inside the barn. Little. It's not something that Morten and Yllara can't hear. You don't really hear this. The creaking of the barn and the sort of the chains just in the wind. But
I'm gonna put my hand on Morten's shoulder. You do not need to cry. It's all right.
No, I just look back. I'm fine. I don't know.
Oh,
The feathers on my neck begin to ruffle out.
Yeah.
No, quiet. You're crying. And I focus. I want to see if I can detect the direction or distance that this is coming from.
let's do a perception check. Perception check for that one.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and give myself advantage on this using my Kenku specialty.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Sound.
Rose into mid-step.
A 20.
Ooh, yeah. This you pinpoint where this is coming from. There's right at the back of the barn where all that you can kind of see over people's shoulders, and because you are the tallest, you can see where this sagging hay is. It appears to be essentially dead center, right at the back of the barn.
And it's like point in that direction. And now, does this sound like pitiful crying, like self-loathing? Is this fear? Like, am I able to glean like an emotion behind this crying?
Sure, like how
With
out
a
of 10 is
20?
this a creepy baby sound? Or
Yeah.
Out of 20, you definitely get the sense. You can glean that it is this sadness. It sounds to be an older male. And just sort of this lost pain, I guess, would be the best descriptor.
Like the pain of loss, kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know that, again, there's often sort of clever creatures that try to lure us in by seeming to be weak. Do I recognize this as something that like a fae or an undead may try to do as a lure?
That's a little difficult to tell. I would say that it is definitely something you've experienced before. This does seem genuine. Like you can feel the, you can almost hear the sort of the chest heaving. So it doesn't seem something that's necessarily put upon. It could potentially be something that, like you, is very good at mimicry. But even with a 20, I'd say that is a potential, but you might not be able to tell from here until you get sort of eyes on it.
Okay. I just point like, Morten, let's approach cautiously.
Okay. Raise the shield a little higher and make my way towards where he pointed. As soon as we could see like the hay bales cresting, if we can see anything motion-wise or anything, I would like to stop.
Cool. That makes sense. So you basically, you get to sort of the dead center of the barn, and you can see this. You hear kind of this older Who's there? Is it you? Oh, I've waited so long. And this figure kind of stands up out of the darkness and rises from a seated position and turns to face the group.
Yeah.
Right?
What does it look
Wait.
like?
What's wrong? What's happened? Tell me what's wrong. And you just hear this loud thunk behind you as a crossbeam sets itself against the back door of the barn. Closes. Fire ignites throughout the entire barn.
Ah, crow.
Okay.
And in this light, you see this man lifts his head. In the surrounding glow of the flames, you see burnt and blackened skin clinging to the remnants of a blistered human face. With coal black eyes. I'm sorry. And I'm going to have you all roll initiative.
Okay, all right. Let's do that. Why don't we?
I have been here
Right
before.
away.
This was the fire, yes.
Cool. Yeah, like just like forehead. Like, oh, that's where.
Oh, of course.
Oh, we're supposed to stop here.
As this is happening, I'm gonna put my hand on Yllara and give her advantage on it. Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
I am clearly shaken by the presentation of this man. I rolled a natural 1 on my initiative, giving me a total of 2.
Quick casual one. Why don't we?
Why don't
I got a 16.
show off?
No, not too bad. Only
Got
kind
it.
of under me.
11? No, a 10. Sorry.
Well, actually, yeah, I think I'm going to grab it.
Oh, sorry.
Not a problem. It's also pulling up.
Oh, what, we got a combat or something?
We have ourselves a combat,
Oh,
shoot.
My gosh, we haven't done one of these yet.
right?
Can you tell by this crescendoed music?
Yeah.
Did you tell? All right. Oh, all right. So, 20 to 15.
16.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, we got one of them.
Okay. So that'd be 14 to 10.
13.
Oh
10.
boy. 10. All right. And where are you? Like just a straight 1? Oh, 2. I see. All right.
Perfect.
That dex bonus saving me.
There we are. No worries.
I mean, like the sound of a beam of wood slamming down on a door behind you is pretty distracting, I would say.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially
I
being
think with
rear guard.
yes. You're like, oh shit, I was supposed to be watching that. I think with this, we might turn to Tailspire.
Tailspire.
Bring us
Tailspire.
in.
All right.
Do it.
Come on.
Gotta look at what I can do.
Yeah, really.
Mhm.
I was like, just thinking, like, do I have like a massive bucket of water in my inventory, or? You did say it erupted into flame again, right? Like fire started. Is that
Yeah.
number?
Yes. So all along the edges, basically just.
Cool.
I couldn't find the thing for that, unfortunately. Yeah. But we are in the center here. So,
Let's get a good angle. We can bring us into our combat here.
Ooh.
all right. Forgot that. There we go. I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, it's our first time doing it.
Yeah.
That looks
Tailspire
like
map
Twilight,
here.
though. Sure.
It looks like we're trapped, is what it looks like, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, super trap.
Not super happy about it.
Okay.
All right. So this guy, basically, again, fire has erupted all around. The top of the round, you feel this extreme heat from as the flames. I'm just gonna get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Would love to.
12.
11.
All right.
6.
9.
All right.
Off to a great start.
Yeah. Anyone below a 14 would take 12 fire damage. Basically, just
No,
like,
that's
just
too much.
like immediately. That is a lot. I thought some of you would ask.
Have you ever watched the stream before,
Yeah,
Ron?
you thought.
That's
White
true.
wrong.
That's true. I mean, you want to be able to surmount crazy odds, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder if I should bring up the. Can you all see? Well
No, we
enough?
can't see the
Yeah.
characters. I think you might have them hidden. You might have to hit tab there.
Oh, really? Oh, because I don't have them associated to you guys. We're learning.
Yeah. Big change. Suddenly
There
throwing
we go.
Tailspire into the mix.
Do with. Oh,
This is my first time actually playing using one of these rendering.
You know, like an actual virtual tabletop, I guess. they call it. Yeah.
Very cool.
Can I give permission to like multiple?
Yeah, so you
Cool.
can have all the characters like have multiple permissions.
Okay. All right. So as long as you can also control all these guys. Sorry, Lesley. I didn't mean to speak
All good.
over you there. All right. With that, Morten, you see this guy basically angrily yelling at you, yelling at your group, but you are amped and ready to go. I believe you are actually in front of. I'll set you up here.
Yeah.
Look back.
For some reason, I actually don't see the same thing that we're displaying there, which is kind of weird. But yeah, if there's an enemy in view, I will run right up to him if we can, get me moved over there.
He is right. You are definitely within. You can definitely see him.
Nice. Yeah. Can we also like look behind as I'm moving? Is there someone that did that to the door? Like, do we see someone having locked us in?
If you look to the back, yeah, I'm gonna say like not even a check, but
Mhm.
looking through the flames, you don't see anybody there.
Okay.
So perhaps on the outside.
Okay. Like we don't even see a bar on this side of the door. Okay, that's worse. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna rush at that burnt guy.
Awesome.
Is there? Should I do this? I don't know if I want to risk using this yet. No, okay. I'm just going. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with the old flail and
Ooh.
use divine smite on that.
Okay. Awesome.
I guess let's try and actually hit. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Does a 12 hit?
12 unfortunately does not hit. This guy
Cool.
seems to be a little supernaturally
Yeah.
powerful.
So on the second attack, then is a natural 1 even better? That good?
This guy's creepy up close.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's this element too, because he's like, it's very strange because he's not yelling angrily at you. It is this terrified, like, I'm sorry, like, what happened? Let me look at you. What's wrong?
Okay. Yeah, unsettling.
And it's,
Can I talk to him? Can I? He's already set the room on fire. I don't like this. Can I just say, like, did you do this? Gesture to the fire.
And then he looks around, he's like, "You did this."
Well, now
I'm sorry, my
confused.
boy.
His boy? Shouldn't have went for the flail first. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this guy. But yeah, I don't have anything else, so ask questions first, I guess.
Yeah, not in this group.
Yeah,
That's true. You guys already took some damage. You gotta do some damage.
That's
right?
true.
All right, Yllara,
That's
you
me.
got this. It is you.
How far away is this guy?
He is about. I think he's well within 30 feet of you.
Alright, I guess it doesn't really matter. But is Aaron standing directly in front of him?
He is.
Okay, great.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
So I will scooch forward a bit and to the side to get a better vantage point there.
Mhm.
I guess I gotta go pretty close to do that. So yeah, I'll just come right up front. Just to maybe about there, sure. Yeah, okay, and we'll Eldritch blast this guy. I feel a little bad about it.
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but as far as I can tell, we're in trouble.
That's a safe assumption. Yeah.
He's the guy, so yeah, we're gonna try to do that, and that sucks.
God, we're gonna burn to death in this room.
That's what my last party died. I think.
So that's a miss, and then hit on a 22.
Ooh, yeah. That definitely
Excellent.
is. That definitely.
For 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
First blood.
Yeah.
We did it.
Don't
3
come
attacks.
for me.
3 wasted attacks, but we did it.
You watch as Morten basically he's just missing as this creature's kind of yelling at him, and your first Eldritch Blast goes wide, and the second one just hits him in the chest. He kind of looks at you. And with that, it's actually Sophie's turn, because I also didn't roll that great.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, nice.
I am going to, if my whole group is within 30 feet of me, which I looks like they are, I am going to cast Bless on them all. So that is an extra D4 to your attack rolls and saving throws. So maybe hit.
Maybe.
And I will just throw a first. Oh no, I can't because it's Bless. It's the first level. Never mind. Then I will actually go. Can I like kind of pull up one of the if the pen doors, if they can like face outwards? I want to like try to get a little bit of cover behind one of the pen doors.
Okay.
Or even if I have to go kind of within a pen.
I would say you don't want to go within the pen because those are currently on fire.
Okay. It's not just the very exterior wall. Then I'll just try to get behind a little bit of a door, but that's
Yeah,
about
you
it.
can definitely open it up without taking like any sort of damage. So I'd say you got like 3/4 cover because you're little. If you're ducking down.
Yeah, I'll definitely duck down.
And with that, it is finally this man's turn.
You can do it, buddy. Miss.
Just do it. At this point, you see this man reach out with both his hands, and as he does this, the chains in the barn start to roil and curl, and sorry, and actually go to attack or wrap around Corax and Sophie. You just see this and try to wrap around it. So with a See, even I'm nervous. I'm like, where did I put everything?
I even got
Yeah.
us an extra screen so that
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit of a learning curve to get used to everything here.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for you. When you're done thinking, I have a question for you.
Corax, that is a 21 to hit. And Sophie, that is a 17 to hit.
oh, that just hits.
Just hits. All right.
So I think I can use Sentinel attack here. If these are attacks, it doesn't specify they need to be melee or anything. It just says when a creature within
Oh.
5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and I can hit him. So I don't know if this is an attack or is this like a spell he's got.
This is something, these technically count as not him. However, I will say that if you are close to one of these, you could attack them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I could do Sentinel on these chains potentially,
You
but
could. Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So that is
Wrap around my friend.
Corax. That is 14 points. Of slashing damage, and you are grappled. And
That was so polite. 14 points.
So-
Sorry.
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 Why
No
are
big deal.
you, Sophie? You also get 14 points of slashing damage, and are grappled.
No big deal.
And these chains, you see with that, he kind of puts his hands down, and he is also going to try and strike at Morten
Okay.
and try to hit.
Cool.
And here's where we might not do great. Let's see. All right, that is an 18 to hit.
Oh, that's my AC.
Oh no!
Damn. I think I can remember ties. You still hit on ties, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Shoot.
So that is not amazing. So that's 7 points of slashing damage as he just sort of reaches out and
All right.
claws at you.
Cool.
But that is this creature's turn. And it would go to Corax. We're
Finally.
currently grappled. Yeah.
Yes. So what is that? A strength check to try and break out?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like kind of filled with righteous anger right now, being caught in this this trap. That I didn't see it, but I with a sort of bird-like bellow, like a screech, like try and get out.
Damn.
Nice.
And make a 16.
16. That definitely. Yeah. You like these chains are tearing at you, but you managed to pull out.
Mhm. Okay. Now, does that count as my action, or am I able to?
That is a good question, which I should know.
DM's prerogative. Come on.
What's the thing?
When you become grappled, you have to use your action to ungrapple yourself.
No, you don't have to. You
Oh.
just have
Option.
disadvantage on melee attacks. I can't really
You know what?
remember, but you don't have
No.
to.
It's not your action. It's more
Okay.
fun for you to run around and do some crazy stuff.
Okay. So yeah, basically, just I break out, and immediately you see like sort of radiance amplify at my fingertips, as using the like scraping blood that had come from these chains. I ignite that with that radiance with my crimson right, the right of the dawn, taking a good old D6 point of damage for 2, and I just run like full charge at this thing, wielding the hammer.
Awesome.
Like, get out of the way!
Oh, the guy as well.
Like-
Okay.
There we go. And come in with my attack,
What do we got?
wielding the crow hammer. I don't think a 7 will do it.
A 7 will not do
What's
it.
happening?
Luckily, I do have a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Let's try that again. How does an 18 do?
18 definitely hits.
Okay. And can
Crack this
confirm this is in fact an undead?
This guy is not an undead.
I'll just put that die back then. Thank you very much.
There will be others, I promise.
All right. So coming in with 3d6 plus 2, that is 16 points of damage.
Ooh, all right.
That's pretty good.
Pretty significant. Yeah.
I just kind of like growl out, like, "Where is your son?"
That immediately just this reaction of like anger and confusion, as much as you can see on this charred face, and is looking at you. I'm sorry. Get out. I couldn't help you. That brings us up to the top of the round, and I think we'll do yes. So top of the round. Corax comes in, just cracks this guy in the chest, almost lifting him up off the hay bale before landing down again. You hear the sound of animals just all around you. These terrified whinnies and baying, and just starting to freak out. I'm going to get everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Les is still up, so y'all have a D4.
Oh, I'll add a D4 just in case. Definitely forgot about the D4 for the attack rolls.
Sure did.
Me too.
That's how we do. Like, what are buffs?
I went, what?
Do people do stuff like that?
Yeah.
Cleric's attack.
Okay. I got a 22.
22. Definitely pass.
I got a 25.
Ooh.
A 20.
Oh,
20. Oh,
Oh,
no worries.
we don't
None
care
of-
about any burning animals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, none of you care about animals.
Oh no.
But yeah, this cacophony, which threatens to overtake you, you all manage to gain some inner thought and clear your mind, and get back to what's at stake. Morten.
I guess I can turn to everyone that's like crowded around. Do we just get out of here, or do we finish this guy? What do you guys think?
We,
Finish him.
yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
we
there's
got there.
nothing. You see like the whites of like my eyes right now.
Connor was a guy. I do not think this is a guy.
Yeah. What did Yllara say?
I'm not sure if we even can get out of here. Fire-wise.
Okay. Just up swinging with that foil. This guy's nasty face then. Come on, bless, baby. Okay, already a 23 without it, so I'm just
Ooh, yes.
doing real good.
Definitely.
Gonna throw a smite at that, which is positioned on a completely different part of my character. I think it is just a D8.
At level 1, I believe so.
Yeah. And we
Unless
know
there's
he's
something-
not undead or a fiend, right? I don't know. How would you want us to do this? Like, I do it and then find out if I roll another D8, or
Yeah, I'm gonna say roll another D8.
so yeah, I'll do the 2D8 then. Did I even roll weapon damage?
Not yet.
I
No.
got ahead of myself. Weapon damage
Yeah.
first.
It's basically, I would say, like, unless you
9.
do your thing to kind of like tell, but your abilities know when something deserves to get that extra. hurt.
Yeah.
All right.
So I
Sorry.
can tell you how they work anyway. So the first one's a 4, the second one's a 5. So if
Okay.
it is a 9 if he's a fae or sorry, an undead or a fiend,
Okay. Perfect.
but otherwise just.
All right.
And then second attack, I guess.
Yes.
Go for the other one. Can we hit? 15?
Bless.
With bless?
With bless.
Yeah, I'm using bless. It's a 1. So 16?
16 just hits.
Hey, I'll take it.
And there we go.
Alright.
Normal damage is a 10, and can I do Divine Smite twice? It's just using a spell
I
slot.
think you just use a spell slot, but you're not casting. I'll say yeah, and
Yeah.
then we'll find out later.
Okay. Do I know
Get the
now
call.
if I'm rolling 1 or 2? Do I get a feeling off this?
Yeah. you can definitely feel that you see, you get the sense that, like it definitely hits a little bit harder than you were expecting.
Interesting. So then 2d8 for that is 10 more damage.
Oh man, so 20 damage. Dang.
Nice, Morten.
Yeah, you see, he's finally in the swing of things. He's just this flail, just and strikes of. I guess what do you think his power looks like? Or,
yeah, like the weapon is like this, just like very painted black metal flail, but like normally it's flashes of white, and I feel like now that it's reacting to him, it's like extra brilliant, like way more than would normally come off the divine smites. And I think also I'm just gonna straight up tell everyone like he's definitely a fiend. Does like explosions of light coming off of him,
Like a growl of defiance from Corax at that.
and then that's it for me. Just
awesome.
shield in the face.
You see this, Yllara, and before your turn happens, this guy looks at you, and the melted skin on his face changes, shifting. Maybe it's just the light, and maybe it's just the rippling of the fire. But changes to the face of a young half-elven man that you haven't seen for some time. And I'm going to get you to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
With blessed.
Okay.
what is DC 14?
Oh, sorry. So give me a Wisdom saving throw, and you're trying to beat a 14.
Oh, okay. With bless.
Kitty helping you out with your roll.
Yeah.
Black cats are good.
Helping, yes.
23.
Ooh, yeah. This as quickly as it shows up, the flame again bursts, and you see it is this terrifying, unnerving face of not this young elven man, half elven man. And it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think immediate terror dissipates, and I'm filled with an immense rage.
Yes.
Nice.
So we'll power up and Eldritch Blast the heck out of this guy.
Awesome.
Just or try.
Or try.
We can add the D4 to attacks, right?
Yes,
Didn't
just
make
not
that
the damage.
Oh, okay. What was that? Was it 11?
Yeah.
12?
12 unfortunately does not hit.
Oh no.
Cool. We'll try that second one. I'm just so frazzled.
Mm.
And then we hit, and then I recuperate there, and hit with a 27.
Yeah. Bring your arm to bear.
11 damage.
11 damage. Not bad.
Not too shabby.
You see it. It kind of looks at you, and maybe it's a smile or something. But you definitely gave this thing something to think about. Sophie, you are currently grappled by one of these chains. The rest of you do also see that the other chains are moving, but don't seem to be able to reach you where you're at.
I will try to get out of the grapple first.
Cute.
I'll just kind of, unlock my. What's it called when your joints,
Just dislocate your shoulder.
Ugh.
That's the word.
Ugh.
That's a strength, athletics.
I think it's athletics or acrobatics.
Same.
Cool.
Cool. That's a 10, so that's probably not gonna be it.
That unfortunately does not.
Okay, then that is going to influence what I'm going to do. So I think she'll just, like, with this chain around her arm, just do a little quarry prayer, really quiet. And I am going to drop the bless, unfortunately, to do Aura of Vitality. So it's a 30-foot sphere of kind of like this twilight energy starts radiating around her. And I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of breathe in the aura's energy and regain some hit points. And you guys, I'm assuming, are in that 30 feet?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. That was my hope.
Are we all going to heal from this?
Not in this round.
Oh, okay.
Wow, I rolled so bad for that.
Perfect.
But it was a little bit. Anyway, so that is up. And then I'm just gonna say, go get him, guys. I'm back here.
Just wrapped in chains.
Yes. This thing's binding around with just sharpened hooks into Sophie.
Oh, it's got hooks. I don't know that.
Yeah. With that, it is the creature's turn. At the start of his turn, Sophie, you will take 5 points of piercing damage as the chains strengthen and tie around you tighter.
Cool, that's basically what I just healed.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that.
What a polite GM.
I will have you roll concentration, though, I believe.
Oh, for the aura?
Yeah.
We just got.
That one I just
It
cast.
hasn't even applied to us yet.
The 19's like, get out of here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Get out of here with
Everything's
your
good.
Close.
All right, so the creature. Yeah, it is going to. It seems to be really focused on Yllara for some reason. There's just this thing, and you actually see these two chains kind of come out from under these sleeves, and he just starts whipping with these things here.
Now that.
So that is
counts.
definitely yes, that is definitely attack.
Okay.
14 to hit.
That's for me.
Yes.
That's my armor, right?
It would be against your armor class, yeah.
Yeah, that's 14.
14. Oh, he just hits. And then the second one was a 22.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. See, I'm nice, but then I hit hard. Let's see. So yeah, do you want? We'll solve these guys first,
Yeah, I missed.
and then annoying. Okay, so this is a significant amount of damage. Plus,
A lot of counting.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I was like,
I like that.
Did I forget to warn you guys that Rowan's fights are really hard?
So
Sweet.
there's two chains just across you, and you take 21 points of slashing damage.
Incredible.
Yes.
Can I react to that?
You most certainly can if you've got a reaction.
Okay.
Check that reaction tab. I've got nothing.
Oh no.
I rolled a 3 on my counterattack on him. So.
Oh, that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a thing.
Are you thinking, what's it? Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Give me either an int check or a charisma check.
Okay. The button. The button. 15.
15. All right, you can see that this guy is currently standing with his back to the flame, with it sort of licking up him. So you would guess fire damage is probably not going to do too much to this guy.
Yeah, I kind of figured. So we'll just do nothing, I guess.
Say ow.
Damn it.
Corax.
My turn?
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right.
It is your turn.
Yeah, it's basically just me looking to pound this thing into the wood. So I'll make my attack. I'm coming overhand.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
With a 10.
Okay, yeah.
And then following through with a side swing in an effort to correct that. Oh boy. 15.
15 just misses.
Oh, if only I was blessed.
Oh, but you get some healing, right?
Do I get some healing? Yeah.
No, not right now.
Oh, I thought it was when our turn started.
No, it's on my turn. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. Shoot.
And you just hear like a caw of frustration. That's about it.
So wily, this little guy.
Ineffectual.
It's crazy. Yeah, you just see this hammer crushes into the wooden floor and then pulls back up, and it just manages to sweep out of the way, like barely, as Corax pulls it back up and readies for his next attack. So we're back up to the beginning of the round, and I'm going to say that watching this, the fire you see moves in. Is to encroach upon the area. I'm going to get everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Not with less this time.
Yeah.
Not less.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Okay.
19.
19. Awesome.
Oh no, Yllara.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay.
20.
All right. Okay. So, Yllara and sorry, Morten, what was yours?
10.
10. You take 11 points of damage, fire damage, as this fire burns, and the other two take 5.
No, but I passed, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that half damage normally?
But I wrote it because I still want to hurt you.
Is Yllara down?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, are you at 0?
Yep.
Ooh, okay, how do we...
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I should make a concentration.
You have
Yes.
lay on hands, so do that.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
You good? All right. Morten.
Yeah.
Morten.
Yeah.
You see Yllara drop.
Yep. I am. I think the second I see he's hit and going out, just go to grab her and lay on hands.
Awesome.
I should probably just use a lot, huh? At a quick glance,
Depends on how much you care about her.
is anyone looking rough? Anyone under half? I think.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of burned feathers right now.
I don't have a lot of healing. I think.
I have a lot of healing. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, then for now, I'll just focus. I'll use 20 on Yllara as is. So that's got to be at least one round of damage. So yeah, 20 onto her.
Awesome. Yllara, you awaken, eyes blurry with smoke and just the heat sort of, you feel the flare of the fire ease back as it's still up against the wall, but no longer encroached upon you. Bonus action movement?
I don't have those, so that's it.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't get that. And maybe I'm just gonna move Scuttle so that I'm fine. I'll stay here. She needs to be able to attack him back if she wants. So I was gonna break line of sight a little, but that might just be worse. So yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Yllara, it is your turn. You can use half of your movement to stand up and do your thing.
I will do that.
So
um,
Use the big stuff.
it's
If you got big
Just
stuff.
go.
Use the booms. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe no
I'll use-
fireball, but
I'll use the booms.
The tits up.
Yeah, kind of just shake myself off and just
yeah.
power it up again and keep on going with those solid misses.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a 10 and a 12. So yeah, I'm just really messed up about
Whoa.
it.
Yeah.
Would hurt.
Question.
Mhm.
Are there any areas that I can see that are unoccupied by both chain and fire?
The chain
You
thing.
basically, if you went behind Morten, not quite. You can see that from based where Sophie is, these chains have probably about 5 foot range. So as long as you stay not within these squares, you can get right behind Morten.
What about the
Or you could go up the stairs.
what do you call that in the
which-
barn?
I called it a catwalk, but
Like the loft thing too.
loft.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hayloft.
Yeah, the hayloft, that's it.
you would be able to get up. You'd be able to get right to the top of the stairs if you would like to run that way.
Okay. Can I? Yeah, that's about 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it,
Yeah. Sure. I'll do that. I think.
All right.
Oh, she
Uh,
did have to get up though. From
Oh,
being knocked
15.
out.
So you would be halfway. You'd be actually yeah,
Nope,
halfway
that's
up the
not
stairs.
right.
Okay, I'll use my Misty Step as a
Ooh.
bonus action to get myself all the way up there.
Dope.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Sophie.
All right, I'm going to try to get out of this grapple now that the fire is like licking closer and closer
Mm-hmm.
to me and the chains are digging in. So here we go for a big number, 14.
14 is what you needed.
Oh, thank goodness. And then I will try to get close. Actually, I will run all the way up to Corax, behind him, and kind of tug on the back of his cape or his cloak. Mr. Corax, we're not looking so good. And give a second level cure wounds.
All right.
I can find it. There it is. Well, I almost rolled really bad for that. So that's 10 healing. And then, how is Morten looking pretty rough as well?
Yeah.
Do we get anything from your aura, by the way, now that it's back to your turn?
That's what I was.
That-
yeah. So
yes.
that's the bonus action part.
Oh, okay.
And I think I will use the bonus action to give that to Morten then to try to, I think, pass it round a bit.
How much do I
That
get?
is gonna.
Oh.
5.
I'll take it.
They feel the like sort of like cool healing energy. Just like look back, like stay back where you're safe.
Oh, yes, sorry. And I'll back up a little bit, but staying away from those chains.
Yes.
And that is my turn.
Awesome. Seeing Morten basically undo his attacks. Oh, that's really annoying. Angrily tries to slash at you, Morten, with his chains and misses you 2 times.
Nice.
Yes. you've got it. You've got the vibe of where his
Just get
how
that
his
shield
chains
in there
move.
every time.
Right? He's like, screw you. And that's. I think he will take the. He's going to run by both. He's going to try to run by.
Oh, that's gonna
Both of
be an
you.
opportunity attack. Let me tell you.
Oh, you're gonna try and run by? I'm gonna try and hit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try being the operative word there.
Yeah.
17.
17 hits.
23.
This guy's not going anywhere.
Oh,
No.
good job, guys.
11 damage.
11 damage.
18 damage.
Oh, what?
I love that these opportunity attacks are some of the best attacks we've
Yeah,
done
like-
so far.
Just
Honestly.
no.
Some of the earliest.
Absolutely not.
And you see Morten flail catches the guy as he's about to leave, and then Corax just like right on his face. Well done, guys. That's his turn. Corax, do this again.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's like a savage grin on a bird if there ever was one here.
Mm.
And brings the hammer down over top his head again. No, he doesn't. For the 13. So we're gonna try again
What is wrong with us?
with the 16. I know that one hits. I know that
16
one hits.
hits.
We're rusty. We've been on the road a long time.
Rerolling ones. So that is another 14 damage.
Ooh,
Nice.
This guy is looking awesome.
I'm just Yeah, like to you, Yllara.
Fucking kill him.
I'll try, man. I'll try.
Like from up in the halo. I'm like, I got it.
Hey.
Um,
I will say, we are at the top of the round. You
Oh.
hear the. Actually, most of you are very close. Oh, so nothing really happens. You see the. You're all too close to this guy. The pens burst open with no animals in there. But you hear a clattering of hooves as they and start running out of the barn. And it's very, very glad that none of you are there.
Sweet. Some spectral
Go us.
stampede situation.
Yeah. Morten.
Yeah. I would like to do something.
Yes.
I'm not picky.
Cool.
Anything.
You want to talk to him now?
Yeah. I'm going to channel divinity and use Abjure, the extra planar. I can present my holy symbol, and for each aberration, celestial, well, he's a fiend, we know that. Within 30
Yeah.
feet, he has to make a wisdom saving 14, which he probably can do,
Okay.
but
Let's see. Roll. Yeah. Let's see if he's
Yeah.
got any negative.
I don't think I've ever done something that requires a saving throw from an enemy, and it worked. I don't think so.
That's a nine. That's a 19.
Yeah, he's totally
Well,
fine.
not today, Morten.
Yeah. It's extra cool. That's my whole turn. So, moving on.
It's hard to feel the presence of Kellenborg here, and it's just something that you're used to working through. Just takes that extra little bit longer, and
Yeah.
the creature seems to move just at the wrong time.
And this guy.
Why I call to Yllara.
Yes.
Yeah, she can hit at least.
All right, Yllara.
Blast
Um, yeah, we're gonna blast him.
Okay.
So
good to
17 to hit
Ooh,
on
yes.
my first blast with a 10 damage.
All right. Okay.
And then a 17 to hit again
Nice.
with 14 damage.
14 damage. Leaning over the side of the staircase, this thing harrying the party. How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Finally got him.
finally got him. Yeah, so we'll power those blasts up real good, and I'm just exhausted and half dead and really, really, really angry.
Yeah.
So just like double fist it, just like all of my energy and just like scream as loud as I can, just
Nice.
right on top of his stupid burnt face.
Morten and Corax, you just see just as this face basically just explodes from behind and drops to the ground.
God dang.
Amazing. I think as we will settle on this moment, you watch the knees drop and just hear in the wind this moment of silence. And Landon. And then
Landon.
ooh, starts bleeding out over the floor.
Landon.
Okay.
Is a quick clarifying question: is the barn still on fire?
The fire does subside. It does.
Okay, we're no longer burning to death. All right.
No.
Write that all. You said Langdon is what they whispered?
Landon. What I heard?
Yeah.
That one of those? I'll just write it. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, and I think with that, as you feel the heat sort of dissipate and the wind again, this is kind of a somber moment to pull out of, but I think we'll pull back a bit, and the name Landon just kind of stuck in your heads, what that could mean. Yllara, this creature somehow knowing something about you, knowing something very intimate about you, and something that you don't really share. You pull back and see the darkness growing over top of Onshire as dark clouds begin to form. And I will thank you all very much for playing this through and staying late, a little bit later. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate all the viewers. Thank you all for sticking with us a little bit later. I know my fights can get a little bit long, so I'm going to try and curb that. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I will remind you that we do have some more programs coming up. We have Punch Drunk Champions on Thursday at 7:30, and then we also have the Casual Morning Show, which is now moved to 10 o'clock on Sunday. And it's
So
just
it's 9 a.m. It's just too early.
Saturday, not Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah. But a great way to kind of undo all the negativity of the week. So definitely recommend checking both those streams out.
I think I'll feel the negativity of these rolls for a long time.
A little bit. Yeah.
It's been rough.
Things a bit.
Where are the casual ones?
Yes, so many ones.
So many.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the first time I've rolled a nat 1 on initiative in a while, and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, my guy rolled like a 4. A 1? Oh, perfect. Okay.
It doesn't go last. Amazing.
All right. Yeah. Have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you later.
See you guys on Thursday.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.